to show you guys basically how I prep my wig before I leave the house, and like everything that I do is very simple, easy, not complicated. The things I'm going to use: flat iron, and this is by Conair. It's called the Infiniti Pros. I love these. I got these as a trunk party gift, you know, graduation party gift from high school. And I'm going to use a hot comb, the ones that you plug up, a brush, a right tail comb, an edge brush, which is dirty looking, of course, the ultimate edge control, and some heat protectant spray. Okay, so the first thing that I do is usually like section. I just put this on. I didn't do anything to it. This is how it looked last night when I took it off, and I just put it right back on. But I'm about to go out, so it's time to freshen it up. So I usually like split each side into 2 halves, so that way like when I'm flat, cause I already kind of like silk pressed it earlier on in the week, so it doesn't really need like a silk press, like, you know, it doesn't need to be flat iron too much, just a little touch. And I just comb all the knots out, and I take my heat protectant spray, which is by Fantasia, the one you get from the beauty store, y'all know, and I spray it a few times. I do big sections when I have already like flat ironed it, but I just need to touch it up. I do big sections, and I literally just go like this, because sometimes I don't like for my hair to be like bone straight. Sometimes I like for it to have like a little bit of body to it, and if you flat iron it in tiny sections, it gets like really silky, which is a cute look, but it's not the look that I always go for. Sometimes I like for it to look a little bit more thick and fuller. And this part right here, I usually split. This is a 5x5 closure, so it goes from like right here to right here. This is a unit made by me, of course. And I got this hair from, this hair is actually the hair that I wore for homecoming. So it's the hair that I talked about in that tutorial. I'll link the tutorial, I guess, in this video. I'll link the tutorial where I'm talking about like Amazon hair and where to get hair from. It's the company All Mice. That's the name of it. So the reason to why I do the closure separate is because sometimes it has bumps in it and stuff, and I want to make sure that the top layer is like really straight, because for some reason like throughout the day it'll get like wavy. I know the closure, the closure is it's loose wave. The curl is loose wave, so I'm assuming that's why. I don't know. I was trying to figure out myself why was it doing that, but that's probably why, because the bundles are straight and the closure is loose wave. So period. So then I take this section and I split it into 2 because the closure is so wide, because it is a 5x5. I want to make sure that I'm getting every inch of it, so I'm going to split that into 2 as well. So I'm just going to separate the hairs that I want to use as baby hairs. Baby hairs is your preference. I know a lot of people don't prefer to have baby hairs. That's very understandable. I don't think, I don't like the very thick kind of baby hairs. That's not my style. I just like to keep it simple. So, and it's a habit of me putting my hair behind my ear. So I probably just wear it like that anyway. Especially so my earrings can show. I hate when my earrings can show. So I'm gonna do the same thing to this side. You can see the difference, obviously. So I'm gonna do this side now. It's by One and Only Argan Oil. It's a 12-in-1 daily treatment. So whenever I wash my hair, this is a leave-in. I really like leave-in treatments because I feel like the product can really saturate in the hair when you can leave it in. Washout treatments work too. Sometimes I'll do washout treatments, like I do what is it called? Silicone mix. I do silicone mix and I do that whenever I wash my hair, so it really allows for my bundles to be silky and vibrant and look really good even after a long time. Like I had this hair since February and I've dyed it like 3 different times. This hair was light brown at first, like the beginning of quarantine I had dyed it light brown. Then after I dyed it light brown, I put some streaks in there and it was like honey blonde and a little bit of platinum streaks. And then I just dyed it black. But because I treat it so much, it's been holding up. And it was not expensive at all. So a lot of times it's not about like the price of the hair or where you get it from. It's about like how you take care of it. And a lot of people feel like, oh, it's just weave, so I can buy a new one. But even if you can buy a new one, you want to take care of what you spent your money on. And you want it to look good and last a long time. That's just how I feel. I don't know. Most of the times you can just leave it on after you wash your hair. Shoot that thing up. Alright, so I'm gonna take my, I could have cut some more of this lace off right here. Whatever. I'll take my baby hairs out and I'm going to take my, so a lot of times like right here it'll be like, it'll get bulky and stuff right there. So like to make it more flat, I'll take my hot comb and I'll place it on top of the hair and just run it down to give it a smoother look. I should say, makes it look. Spray some heat protector in there. Give it some shine. want to make sure the top of that wig is flat, honey. We hate to see the bulky wigs. Right. That's basically what I do for the flat ironing and the hot comb. Very simple, right? Easy. You can do that. Very, very, very easy. As long as you have a good heat protectant, a good flat iron, and a good hot comb, it's so easy. So easy. All right, so moving on to my favorite part. Bling. Okay, so I'm gonna take my edge control, Tamed by Tamar, and my edge brush. I use so much of this. I really do. Like, you can almost see the bottom of my jar. It's crazy. All right, so I take a little bit. This stuff is so strong. You do not need a lot, I promise. You don't. You don't need a lot. So I just take a little bit and I put it on the baby hairs. Put a little bit right there if I want that to stay in place. Sometimes when I'm doing my baby. Okay, so then for like the final little, for the final little touch, what I do is I take a little bit of the edge control, literally the smallest amount, rub it in my hands, and I put it on top for flyaways. I used to use my I used to use my wax stick for this, but I find that I like using my edge control so much more because the wax stick gives off like a white residue. I don't like that. So I think that using my edge control is a lot better. Guys, like my little mini tutorial on how I prep my hair before I leave the house. If you want more videos, just let me know. I can show you how I prep my hair, how I curl it, whatever y'all want to see, just let me know.